UP's offense very, varied right now, and it has caused some problems for this very young FEU team, and even the serves are falling in, and serves not coming from their 5th best server. This is Southland Ramos, who, by the way, is starting off the bench today. As you look at Ramil De Jesus, the head coach of the defending champions, at 10-0 today. They will take the court once again to keep that record clean against the Tigresses.
At the service zone for the Lady Maroons, their team captain, Joyce Pala.
I'm looking at the 6 of UP right now, and they look lethal enough. That's even without Southland Ramos on the floor, and that's why we're talking about it. And it's been in my mind that they've got so many weapons, so many players who really can deliver. It's just a matter of getting them on the same page.
Well, that's right. Because normally what you would see from UP is that there would be just one who will really step up, but the rest wouldn't be there as much. But at this point, makikita natin everybody is really moving and contributing.
Take a look at that. Pauline Henido whacking that one away. And, this play of UP has caused confusion sa FEU. That's something, FEU usually gets. I mean, this is simple. But with the confusion, like who's going to attack, who's going to go for it, everybody started staring at each other because I'm pretty sure they never expected to get something like this against UP.
And apart from that, in that, last point, nagkatinginan lang, nobody really said mine. They were expecting that somebody else would get the ball.
17-all, UP fighting it out with FEU with their best scorer sitting on the bench, Angeli Araneta, and their best server still sitting on the bench, Southland Ramos.
Very interesting, but so far it's working.
Solid block by Pauline Henido. There's going to be a free ball for UP. Henido once again tipping it straight to a defender. Now UP is doing all the right things. FEU is flustered.
And the crowd seems to be cheering for UP.
Filipinos, we go for the underdog,
that's right? Whenever they get a point, we hear the crowd cheering for them.
And it's a crowd divided between LaSalle fans and UST fans, right? And they're cheering for UP. And look at UP right now, 19-17. There's Southland Ramos still on the bench, still, in her warm-up suit as we listen to Coach Nespa Milar.
Wala tayong nare-receive na maayos. Ha? Wala kayong natatake kung hindi tayo re-receive. Di ba? Ganong kalayo yung pinanggagalingan. Ilibas mo. Paan nyo kagad para makita nyo? Ano yung parating sa inyo tsaka kayo bababa? Nakaintindihan? Dahil sa inyo, hindi pwede magparira. Bakit hindi kayo nag-uusap-usap? Kayo dalawa. Hindi salita.
The young Lady Tamaraos being very vocal, but the very young Aliana Abad and Aril Magtalas have been delivering the goods for the Lady Maroons, who are sitting on a 2-point lead, 19-17 in set number 1. Let's remember that FEU swept UP in both meetings last season and also beat them in 3 straight sets last in the first round of eliminations. Gwyneth Eulalio coming back strong and putting FEU within 1.
Now, during the huddle earlier, we heard how Coach Ness reminded the girls, they cannot relax and even underestimate UP. He also called out their attention kasi walang nag-uusap sa loob ng court, and that's something that's very important.
As in any team sport, communication during the game is very vital. And yun nga, yung mga, balls that fall right in between 3-4 players, that's, goes to show you there's a huge lack of communication on the floor. But FEU responding to Nespa Milar's directive, and we're tied at 19-all. Aliana Abad gets a touch, goes over the blockers. Giselle C. Rojas, that's 4 touches.
It doesn't cross.
Rojas has had quite a few errors already when it comes to attacking.
And look at the crowd inside the arena roar after that last error by FEU as UP gets back the lead, 2019.
Also more substitutions here for the Lady Maroons.
Karen Joyce Del Rosario, number 3, will serve it up as Joyce Palad also comes back into the game. Bagang is rejected. Vargas from the back row. Aliana Abad. Just a little too slow in that instance. Jeza Las Marias couldn't get to the ball.
Substitution.
That was actually a bit high, but they weren't able to anticipate it.
That last second hesitation, I think Las Marias hesitated because she felt like somebody else was going to cover it. But last second, wala. So pumunta siya doon. Angeli Araneta is back in the ball. Actually sees action for the first time, if I'm not mistaken, for UP today. As that serve from Bagang, Richelle Bagang, straight to the net. And Coach Nesma Millar really upset with that as UP gets the lead back 21-20.
Jimmy Magtalas for the Lady Maroons.
Aril Magtalas more accurate with that serve now. Palad picking up that C tip. Rojas short on the tip and UP up by 2, 21-22.
Rojas' unofficial count, I suppose, would already have 3 attack errors at this point in the match.
She would be in that range for sure.
She was already on her way down when she got a hand on the ball. So kulang na, it definitely won't clear the net.
C gives it to her again. Bumawi. Majorie Rojas.
21-22.
Putting an angle on that shot and away from the hands of Lichelle Tew.
Team captain Giselle.
But FEU still down by 1. C serving. Magtalas. Araneta rejected. Palad keeps it alive. Now these are the things that you didn't see UP do in previous games. Yung habol sa bola, yung hustle. Las Marias over the block. C. Vargas pushes. The back set. Las Marias has to be under the ball, but she pushed it too hard.
And also, if you look back at their first meeting last December 3, this is already a much better performance from UP. They only scored 17 points in set number 1, whereas at this point, they managed to tie it with FEU at 22.
And also in the last game of UP, they lost 15, if I'm not mistaken, 15-15-15
Yep,
against UST. So ang laki na talaga ng pinagbago ng laro nila coming into today's game. Baniel. Ooh, too much angle that time for Rojas.
Rojas, I don't think it's her day today. Or at least here in the first set, nagpapainit pa si Rojas. We've seen failed attempts there.
And she's being forced to produce unnatural shots for her because of the tall front line of UP at the net.
Umiiwas sa blockers, but let's see if Vargas...
Ayan, yung block na naman ng UP has been causing major problems for Majorie Rojas. Here's Las Marias flying in. UP up by 1, 23-22. Vargas tipping it. Good idea.
Vargas right in the hole.
That's the problem when you're defending against a player who's known for too much power. I mean, you all back up, and that's what happens when she drops it.
That's right, and they weren't able to anticipate it. Hindi sila nakagalaw agad.
23-all. UP calls a timeout. Let's listen to Coach Hubalde.
Ito advantage tayo mag-receive, tayo mag-create ng play. Okay, make sure lang tama yung first ball natin. Okay, ngayon pag bibigay ka mag-opposite side, kailangan try mo na medyo high ng konti. Masyado mababa yung sa 5 eh. Kasi nakapalo. Sa open din, abutin mo, huwag short para kayang paluin ni Jessa. So kailangan, ano lang tayo, sigurado sa reception, Tayo may control nito, first ball sa atin, tayo sa atin yung side na to na mag-create ng point.
Let's go, Dalawa bantayan natin. Ball saka long ball.
Hindi mo kailangan hit na malakas, Kailangan natin kumuha ng point. Okay?
Itak tayo.
Get the point.
Point!
Extremely intense first set in the first match of your Sunday doubleheader. 23-all. between FEU
FEU.
and UP. That is the reason why Coach Ubalde called that timeout specifically to get things in order for UP. They don't want to give this one away. Nice block. Excellent save by Rojas. And Baniel, lucky to score that point. 2 UP players were going for that ball.
Look at this save from Rojas. See, just brings it up.
Magtalas was there, but Araneta punched that ball out of bounds. So set point, FEU.
Oh.
That's long. 24-all to the delight of the crowd inside the arena in San Juan.
And si Coach Nes napailing na lang when he saw the ball was going on its way out. They probably never expected that this is going to be the turnout of the first set.
And they're going to go up against a highly motivated UP Lady Maroons today. 24-all, but UP throws the serve away as well. Crucial one from Joyce Palad and Coach Ubalde. You rarely see emotion. You still don't, actually.
Staring with a blank face.
Blank face pa rin. So back to set point again is FEU, their second set point of set number 1. Vargas, that's a sure serve. Oh, poor reception. This is going to be a free ball for FEU. See, Lunario closes it out.
26.
Well fought set for the Lady Maroons.
Hang on for set number 2.
Take a look at this last point from Eulalio.
Eulalio put 110% on that as she swung away. And from being down by 3, FEU bounces back and wins this highly contested set number 1 against UP 26-24.